Hi there, I'm Michelle Lundquist with Selling High, Buying Low, and I want to thank you for scanning the QR code that you found in your packet that we left on your door. So, in your packet, you will find a market report about Avery Park, and it just goes over the neighborhood information for April. Okay, this would be March data that we were providing for you in April. Now, at the very top of that report, you're going to see that there is a bar graph, a kind of a line graph. And on it, it says seller's market, balanced market, and buyer's market. You're going to see that we're kind of trending toward that buyer's market. There's a little tick mark there. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Price per square foot is $1.80. Average sold price is $299,000. Average list price is $304,000. Months of inventory is 6.53 months. Now, this is where I want to talk a little bit more. A lot of people get confused about months of inventory. So, what this means is that if no other homes came on the market in Avery Park, it would take 6.5 months for all of the homes in Avery Park to sell. This is why we say that Avery Park is in almost a buyer's market. A seller's market would be under 6 months of inventory. A balanced market is 6 months. And so trending toward a buyer's market is over 6 months of inventory. Since we're at 6.53, some people would say, yes, we're in a buyer's market in Avery Park, but it's kind of a judgment call. We're calling it almost that buyer's market. If we got to 7, we would say absolutely we're in a buyer's market, but we're kind of in between. So that's kind of how those two numbers work together. Okay. Days on market is 68 days, and list price to sold price ratio is 98.29%. So what that means is that average list price and what they're selling for are pretty close. So sellers are doing a good job of not listing too high and having to give huge concessions. Okay, so that's pretty good. We're not seeing a lot of concessions, and list prices are staying pretty close to what prices are being, or what homes are being sold for. That's really great. If you're interested in learning what your home value is right now, we would love to help you out with that. Remember that this report is based um, on broad numbers. It's not specific to an individual home, so it doesn't take into account specific features or beds, baths, square footage, all of that kind of thing. So we would love to give you a free home value. Please feel free to fill out the form on this page, and we will get that back to you very quickly. Okay. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to help you out. Thanks so much again for scanning the QR code, and have a great day.